Okay, everyone. So, welcome back to our podcast
Welcome back to this
this
week.
week. We are recording in a brand new year, 2021.
2021 started off already rocky, and I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, New Zealand, like where I live, we had an earthquake. I think once the day before New Year's and the ones the day after New Year's, I think.
Oh, I was just talking about my fridge making noises, but
Oh no, I
it
was
wasn't
talking
that
about
dramatic.
earthquakes. The
I thought there was a mouse.
No, the first one I slept through straight. Like I didn't even know. The second one
Yeah,
happened around like 4:45 in the morning, which is why I knew it happened because I was awake, like I was like getting ready to go to work.
yeah.
But I hope everyone's having a really good new year
So far,
so
with
far.
fingers crossed.
Yeah. Did you make any New Year's resolutions?
Uh, I just want this year to be better than 2020. That's all I want.
True. That's so true.
That year just went downhill real fast.
Yeah. But then what
But on a brighter
Yeah,
note,
but what we were going to talk about today, you actually wanted to talk about for quite a while.
I'm so excited. I'm very excited.
And the way we talk about it, it's gonna sound like we're the tourists.
Well, we actually haven't lived there though.
Yeah, so
So
basically,
technically we are
yeah, we are
tourists, but we can
tourists.
communicate.
Yeah.
We're tourists that can communicate.
But anyways, this is Sally's like favorite topic that she wanted to talk about, which is why we're just
It
gonna
is.
go straight into it. Places you should visit, or at least you can visit when you're in Korea.
In Seoul.
In Seoul. Like we're gonna
So
talk
this is
about
more local.
more centralized, we'll say.
Yeah. Because Seoul has a lot of stuff you can do. Like,
Yeah, that's true. Like we don't really go outside of Seoul as well when we go to Korea.
yeah. So the first place I want to talk about, and everyone knows this place now because it was very famous from a very famous song, is Gangnam.
Thanks to Sai.
Yeah. So the one of the main reasons why I like Gangnam is that they just opened this Kakao Friends store, and I'm obsessed with that app. So it's an app that we use, to communicate with family back in Korea, and I spent so much money on that app, it's not even funny.
Mm-hmm.
But they have these little characters that are like emoticons that you can like, express your feelings when you send people messages. But they opened the store where you can like buy physical objects that like are the characters, and I'm like obsessed with it. So I think the first week it opened, I waited in line to get into the store. This was before COVID, so just letting you know.
Yeah, I think you could talk an entire episode just about Kakao Talk, to be fair.
But literally, that store is freaking amazing. My laptop case is from there. I have a doll from there. We sent Sophia packages using, from stuff I got there. I have slippers from there.
Yeah,
Like,
I have the Tumblr as well from there.
I need to get sponsored.
Yeah, we should do a hashtag sponsor me.
Oh, so it's like a 3-story building, right? So the first story building is all like kind of stationary. Like you get your notebooks, you get travel stuff like bags.
Pens,
You have like phone
stickers, stuff
cases.
like
You have
that.
stickers, snacks. And then the second story is more like daily life stuff. So they have like clothing like pajamas. They have cosmetics and all that stuff. And then the third floor is a cafe.
Ooh.
That cafe, it's a Ryan cafe, so Ryan is one of the emoticon characters in that messaging app. But I'll see if I can find a photo of the stuff I got when I went with my friend once. But they have like macarons that are decorated to look like all the emoticons. They have special like cups with the logos on it.
Oh yeah, I
It's
remember.
good. Yeah, it's really good if you're obsessed with this brand like I am. But it's
Obsessed
still
is
really
not a
cute.
strong enough word to describe yourself.
Dedicated my life towards them. I would give them my firstborn child if they sponsored me.
Oh my god,
But
let's
like,
not do that, please. Thank you.
but it's just, I love it because all the characters are very cute as well. Like they're very well designed.
They
Like a
are.
lot of foreign people just go in to buy stuff too. They don't know what it is sometimes, but it's really cute.
Yeah, and Gangnam, apart from Kakao, has more stuff, people. It's not, you don't go there just for the Kakao things. Oh my god.
I do. I
Yeah.
drag mom to go with me because I just want to get something there.
Don't we have a favorite restaurant in Gangnam?
Oh my god, yes. Okay. So
I don't
every
know if
time
it's still there though. I haven't been.
it is. I
Okay,
think it
okay.
is.
As long as it's there.
Because the most recent time I went to Korea, my friend was there and they took her to that restaurant.
Okay.
Um but basically Sophia introduced me to this restaurant on during summer because we only go to Korea usually during summer.
Yeah, and I used to go to like a class near that. I used to take like a French class before I went to Swiss. I studied near there.
Yeah. So Gangnam has a lot of like little small like restaurants and cafes and stuff like that. So I guess that was one of like the food places there. And the main reason why I love it so much is they have this cold udon dish, which is perfect for the summer because I love udon, but it's also cold, so it's refreshing. And the soup is kind of tangy because of the vinegar in it, and it's so good. And it's actually really affordable. And they have katsu. Oh my god, I can't. I miss that
Their
restaurant so
cheese
much.
katsu is pretty bomb.
I think we got the katsu platter that had like fish,
Yeah, the
cheese,
normal
and
one.
the
Yeah.
pork in it. Oh, it's so good. I think that platter is what, $10?
Think so. Maybe a bit more. I don't know the price now, but it's
Oh, it's so
Korea
good.
in general. Food I feel isn't so expensive if you're coming from abroad.
I think as long as you're not getting like foreign food, because if you try to get like Italian food in Korea, it could be quite expensive. But if you get like the local food, it's not that bad.
But there's this one chef in Korea. He has like quite a few restaurants in Korea, and he has like restaurants, cafes, and things like that. I think he opened like an Italian restaurant where it's quite affordable as well,
I don't know.
like
But yeah,
pasta.
I think they're trying to make it more affordable, but before it wasn't.
Yeah.
But that restaurant is so good. It's really packed during lunchtime because a lot of the employees that work, within Gangnam like to go out and eat, and it's affordable. It's cold in the summer, so it's really nice. So it is like very busy, but I feel like it's worth it if you go.
Yeah, that's true. Gangnam is really nice. That's where like all the clubs are at night as well. So a lot of
They
people
do
are there
have a
day and
Gangnam
night.
like little mural. Like they have this stage where if you press the button, it'll play the Gangnam style dance. I think they disabled it because so many people were pressing it.
Yeah, I
But
think so.
I took a picture with that. I'm not gonna post it because I was ugly,
Oh,
but
oh,
I
oh
did
okay.
see it. Just
Yeah, but
saying.
Gangnam, I think it's a good place to walk around. If we suggest if you're gonna get off of the Gangnam station on the subway, which is line 2, I think we
The green
recommend
line, yeah.
exit 10 or 11.
Yeah, 10 or 11 basically let you leave the subway station from either sides of the main road.
Yeah, so 10's
Um,
on like one side and 11's on the other side, but you'll see each other across from the street. And that's where a lot of
yeah.
the little, like the hills that you can walk up on to find cafes and restaurant, things like that. It's all mostly near 10 and 11, I think.
And in Gangnam, like the subway station alone, underneath, it's all shopping.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They have bubble tea down there too. It's good.
They have bubble tea, they have little cafes, they have coffee shops. They sell clothing, shoes, cosmetics,
Yeah,
phones,
accessories,
phone
everything.
cases. Literally everything you could think of, they sell down there. They have a separate store for like foreign snacks. I go
Yeah.
there because sometimes I want snacks. But they literally have everything in the metro station. It's insane that metro stop. It has everything underneath.
But be prepared, you can get lost in there.
It is very overwhelming. Like I don't like to stay underneath there for too long.
Yeah.
Even though inside the metro or outside the metro it's both chaotic. But it just feels a bit stuffy if you're like inside the metro.
Because you're more enclosed than you are actually
Yeah.
outside.
But there's a lot of stuff to look at.
Yeah, Gangnam is quite a good place. Like if you're new to Korea and you want to see like the busyness of Korea, I feel like that's a good place to go. And then if you're looking for more like traditional things of Korea, we suggest you go to Insadong. That's
Yeah.
where you can see how a lot of the traditional things are kind of mixed in with the modernness of Korea. The Starbucks in that place,
It's so pretty.
it's completely like the decorations traditional. It's not like a regular Starbucks
Like
interior.
the building itself looks like older and Korean like types of buildings.
Yeah.
Like if you think about Insadong, it's basically just think of it, it's within the city, but one big chunk within the city looks like olden times. So
Yeah.
that's basically what it looks like. And it's actually very nice to walk around and see all the houses.
Mm-hmm.
Like people actually live in the houses, so you can't, just like walk in.
Yeah.
But you can see like all how the houses were made, like how they're maintained and how they're designed. It's very, very pretty.
I think near Insadong is where you can rent like hanbok, right?
Yes.
So because
You can.
then you can like walk around those streets like in hanbok and stuff like that. And
So hanbok is like the Korean traditional clothing, in case we didn't specify. But a lot of people, if you come around like April or May when it's not too hot yet, people like to rent like the Korean traditional clothing and walk around there and take really nice pictures, and it comes out really pretty. That's still one of the things I want to do on my bucket list.
Yeah, that's true.
But you gotta really make sure you do it before it gets hot, though.
Yeah, because hot in Korea is hot.
It's hot and humid, which is the worst combination.
Yeah, true. But yeah, and if you go to Insadong, you can see a lot of like traditional food as well. Not just traditional buildings. The restaurants there, they sell more like traditional Korean food rather than more fusionized Korean food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then there is this one pork cutlet curry place there that me and mom just found when we were in Korea when you weren't there, and it was so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember where it was because it was hidden in like a corner somewhere in there.
I haven't tried it.
No, mom said she would take you, and then COVID hit.
But the thing is, didn't we eat somewhere there with Harley as well?
Yeah, we ate. Okay, so remember the story when Harley came to Korea to visit before the wedding?
For like a week.
Yeah, so we landed, I think, like 10 o'clock in the morning, maybe? And then...
Yeah, it was pretty early on.
And then after we got home, my mom's like, okay, you need to eat. So we ate, right? Mm-hmm. And then she forced Harley to take a nap on the couch when he didn't want to. Because she's like,
you gotta rejuvenate your energy, yeah. Go sleep.
And then afterwards, we took the bus to... I think we took the bus to Cheonggyecheon or near that area, isn't it? Like where that little river thing is in Korea. And then from there, we walked to Myeongdong, and then we walked to Insadong. And we walked like, I can't remember how many steps we walked that day, but...
We walked all day.
But I passed out when I got home because I just got off like a 6-7 hour flight, and then after I get home and I just stay at home for like 3-4 hours, we went out for the entire day, and then I think I passed out.
Yeah, like we were walking around the whole day. We got home, and especially it's summertime, right? And we got home when it was like past dark.
Yeah, and also Korea, like those places aren't like just straight roads. We went up like hills and up like steps. Like when you go to that kind of place, don't wear flip-flops. Please wear shoes.
Yeah, like wear sneakers and like bring like a small backpack with like water and stuff. Because you're really gonna need it. Because Korea doesn't have like they have lots of convenience stores.
Yeah.
But I just don't like buying plastic bottled water. So I like bring my own water bottle.
That's why you buy those coffee in the ice cups at least.
Yeah, exactly. But like I just wanted to bring my own water bottle, so I brought a backpack. But like make sure you wear comfortable shoes. Cause I have twisted my ankle on those uneven sidewalks so many times where I feel like my ankle just non-existent anymore.
But also, me and Sally, we trip like nobody's business. We'll just trip on thin air.
I tripped once. I'll talk about this in like a different episode. But I tripped once because I couldn't see the height difference between the sidewalk and the main like car road.
Is that
And
when
it
you went
completely
to Busan?
yeah. I got so excited to go to like this museum. So I like ran because there was no car, so we had to cross the road. And mom said she just saw my head plummet. And then my ankle was swollen for like 6 days.
Oh my god.
So wear proper shoes, people. Please don't be me.
Yeah, please wear proper shoes and stay hydrated.
But yeah, like that, I think Insadong is a very nice place to uh, kind of experience olden times in Korea.
Yeah.
But Myeongdong is very like tourist heavy. Like
Myeongdong is
you
made
will,
for tourists, though.
it is. So basically, what I think of Myeongdong is it's just a maze of all these stores that kind of repeat every once in a while because I get so lost.
If you think of
Um,
like a night market, just think of it as in the daytime as well, and it's like non-stop down.
it's night market on crack.
Well, okay, sure, why not?
Literally, there's so much people that the people who work there know how to greet like
In different
customers in like
languages.
4 or 5 different languages because it's such a tourist like heavy spot.
Yeah.
It's like where you would go to like buy shoes, buy cosmetics, but it's not like Gangnam Metro Station where it's like fake brands. Like it's actual stores. Like it's just a whole
Yeah.
road maze of actual stores. So you can go to like Face Shop, which has cosmetics, and they have like Foot Lockers and stuff like that where they sell shoes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's literally so chaotic.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I've never gotten lost or separated from someone because that's crazy.
And if you go to Korea, you'll see the interesting thing about Korea is in a building, restaurants are on multiple floors, not just on the ground floor. And
Yeah.
restaurants that are more on higher floors tend to be a bit cheaper.
Because they're paying less rent?
Yeah, and people have to physically walk like up the stairs. Not many Korean buildings have elevators if it's like a very short building. So if you go up to like a restaurant that's on second floor, you may not have a waiter. You may have to go to a counter. And then after you finish eating, you may have to put your tray back somewhere. But the cost is probably just like $5, $6.
Yeah, so it's really common in Korean restaurants where you kind of have to clean it yourself.
Yeah, especially in those it's called self-serve in Korea.
Yeah, self-serve. So basically you get your drinks, you get your cups, you get all your cutlery, and the food is that much more affordable because they don't need extra people to do all that service.
Yeah.
And also make sure in Korea there is no tip culture. So you don't tip restaurants when you go there. So that's like one less hassle you have to think about when you have to go out and eat.
Yeah. And in Korea, probably check to make sure they accept both cash and card, I would say.
Yeah.
Like if you buy on the stalls in Korea, best to bring cash. But a lot of restaurants, it'll say whether you can pay with cash and card or like just with card or just with cash, like that.
Yeah, they'll like all restaurants will say it at the door.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you buy because Myeongdong is very heavy in like food stalls, like street food as well. Those are all like cash only. But majority of the restaurants I feel like do accept like credit and cash.
Yeah. And don't forget, some places I think you can use like convenience stores. You can use that T-money that we talked about to pay for the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is, I think if you want to experience real, like, Korean chaotic nightlife, go to Myeongdong.
Yeah, Myeongdong is pretty lively at night, especially that's when a lot of the street stalls start to come out. So at nighttime, it becomes more lively than it was at afternoon.
Yeah, all the neon lights start to turn on, the bulletin, advertisements come on. So it kind of reminds me of an Asian Times Square.
Kind of, yeah.
In a way. But yeah, they have so much different food types. Like, Myeongdong just doesn't have Korean food. It has, like, a lot of other influences of food, like international food. So you're gonna eventually find a place that you want to eat at if you, like, look around.
Yeah, and there's so many choices. You could probably eat multiple meals in one day. I suggest maybe you just buy small portions and eat in multiple places so you can try more. Or just eat everything.
Yeah.
Why not? You're on vacation.
And eat a lot of that's the thing. So a lot of the stalls, the street vendors, they repeat. So if you miss something when the first time, like the first entrance you go into Myeongdong, you can probably find it somewhere else.
Yeah.
So, like, don't, like, be so sad that you missed it. You'll eventually find a different vendor that sells the same thing.
Yeah, also, Myeongdong isn't just one large street. It's one large street, and then it has, like, 8 to 10 streets that intersect it. So eventually you'll find your way again somehow.
Eventually, yeah. I haven't gotten lost, but
yeah,
it's very complex.
But I think everyone gets lost in there. You can, unless you really are street savvy and you know where to go.
No, I just follow like auntie. I just follow her because I'm like, no, don't leave me.
Don't leave me.
Because I don't have self-service in Korea either. So
when I get lost, to Korea, I get self-service because I need it. And at least one of us needs it.
Yeah, exactly. So,
so.
I can't get lost.
Oh, I also want to say, when you go to Korea, try going to supermarkets because things are arranged and
oh my God.
like the food courts near supermarkets are bomb as well.
They are bomb diggity, I swear to God.
Yeah. Especially if you go to department stores, go to the very basement floor, which is where, like...
Usually the food courts are on the basement,
Yeah, food courts are on basement and restaurants are on higher floors.
But one also cool thing is Korean Costco has different food than, like, Costco in Canada or Costco in America.
Yeah.
There's this one thing that I love getting every time we go to Costco. It's called a chicken bake. So let me explain what this is.
Okay. So they don't sell that in Canada, that one.
They don't. Even in the States, they don't sell it.
No.
So there's a chicken bake, which is basically like a bread loaf that has like cheese and like herbs kind of melted on the top.
It's like calzone.
And it's kind of like a loaf, like Subway bun shape. But inside they have chicken Alfredo. Not the pasta, but they have chicken with Alfredo sauce and bacon, like all baked into a bread. Oh,
they have that one,
so
and
good.
then more of a traditional, like a Korean bulgogi kind one.
I've never had that one, but the chicken bake is the bomb. If you ever go, you have to go get chicken bake. And chicken bake is the best.
In Korea, Costco, they sell, not at the food court area, but inside actual Costco, they sell sushi and like sashimi.
Those sushi platters.
Yeah, it's really good, and it's affordable too.
I think the biggest dish is like what, $30 or something.
Probably, but
like 4 of us eat it together.
Yeah. But also remember, if you have a Costco card, you can use that anywhere in the world. So if you really are in Korea for like a long time and you actually have the time, I suggest you go to Costco. It's always full in Korea, but I mean, it's worth to try the different foods that they don't have anywhere else. Yeah,
that chicken bake is bomb. I swear to God. You will not regret your life choices if you get the chicken bake.
We literally just talked about food for half an hour. I pinky promise. I thought we were talking about places to visit, but we just talked about food to eat.
Yeah, but places to visit revolve around what food you can get for me, so...
That's true.
Just saying.
Just saying. We had so many things we wanted to talk about, and we didn't even talk about half of it yet. Oh my God, yeah. The next ones I also have a lot to talk about, too. Well, everything we talked about is in Seoul. Yes. Until now. And the places we're going to talk about after, not everything's in Seoul. So I guess this is a good point. Kind of spread out. Yeah, it's a good point to stop here, probably. And then we'll continue in the next episode, other places that you can visit, but all still you're able to visit with the subway system. Yeah. So, thank you for listening up to now. You can find our podcast Instagram page at Mixing Cultures Podcast. You can find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And you can always DM us if you want us to address any questions. We might do another future Q&A. Yeah, and everyone, thanks so much for listening. We will continue talking about places you can visit in Korea in the next episode.
and they are a lot not as food heavy. I can promise.
Not
you
as food heavy, but still revolves around food.
Yes.
Okay, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye bye.